Welcome back to Dog Turds into Diamonds. When you were last here, we had a tough old time of it against Arsenal in the League Cup and then Fulham in the league. And you know what? Following on from that, we went into a bit of a downward spiral. But we have made a few different tactical tweaks, a few little changes that have hopefully turned the season around and have set us up quite nicely for what is going to be probably the toughest period of the season through December and January. Today we are going to take on Bristol City away, Norwich City at home in a top half of the table double header. Let's get straight into it and see how things go. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back once again to Dog Turds into Diamonds here with AFC Rushden Diamonds in the Championship, Season 13 of our save. And we are third in the table, which I am really pleased about because we had a little bit of a poor run since you were last here. And we have managed to save it and turn things back around. It looked a little bit doom and gloom for a little period, but we have got things back on track. And if we can get a couple of good results today against 5th place Bristol City and 10th place Norwich, we should be going into a really tough December well placed. Now, let's first of all go and have a look and see how results have gone since you were last here. So we have to go all the way up here to Arsenal. We lost at home, of course, in the Carabao Cup when we made a lot of changes trying to prioritise Fulham, only to then get beaten by Fulham. After that, we lost at home to Nottingham Forest, who are having a really good season. They're one place below us in the table. Yeah, that was a disappointment to say the least. Our first home defeat in the league of the season and a really poor performance. You can see here, well, I say poor performance. We did have more shots at goal, but a much higher XG for Nottingham Forest. Look at our forward players in this game. They were all really poor. You can see that by their ratings. It was an Ellis Chapman consolation goal in the 90th minute that actually made the scoreline look a bit more respectable. It was a big disappointment. We then beat Aldershot 4-0 in the Papa John's Trophy, obviously with all our reserve and younger players. We then had another home defeat, this time against Charlton, who have been really struggling down the bottom end of the table. And you can see they were much better than us. More shots at goal, more shots on target. We did have a higher XG, but we were well beaten 3-2. Sanisalo back in goal after his injury problems, but that did not help us one little bit. And again, it was a late goal from Anthony Johnson, 90+2, that made it look a bit more respectable again. If that late goal had not gone in, it would have been another really disappointing performance and a disappointing defeat, even more disappointing than it was. So we had a really difficult situation that we could not keep a clean sheet for love nor money. We were conceding loads of goals and our own goals were kind of drying up. And that was the case when we lost 1-0 away at Reading. Look at this. We were the better team really in terms of shots at goal. But yeah, it was another defeat. I really thought with all the firepower that we've got, I really thought we could probably expect to outgun teams in this kind of a game. But with a 1.44 XG, we just didn't create nearly enough. Kennedy on the left wing was terrible. Johnson on the right wing was terrible. Toledo up front was also terrible. And then coming off the bench, you can see there was no Harry Brady here. I think he had a little knock for this game. So it was Mavadidi came off the bench, was disappointing. Evans came off the bench, was kind of okay. And yeah, we were in a real rut. 4 league defeats on the bounce, and we had to change things up. Well, we did that. We went away to Burnley, we got a nice 2-0 win. And you can see here again, it was a little bit of maybe a lucky escape. They had a much better XG than us, couldn't score a goal, but we got there with goals from Mavididi and Harry Brady. Second half, they were kind of on top of us, but we managed to survive a lot of difficult situations. They were really poor in their finishing. Jamie Weeks had a great game at the back, and we got back to winning ways, but you can see things were still not quite right. We were probably quite lucky there. We made a few little tactical tweaks, and the biggest thing here was, do you know what? We changed our mentality to a balanced mentality rather than a positive mentality, and it just seems to have been the change that completely changed our fortunes this season. This was a 0-0 draw, but you can see it felt more like a 0-0 defeat. We were absolutely dominant, almost a 3 or an XG of 3, and we failed to score a goal, including Parkin missing a penalty in the 68th minute. It should have been the win, but it was a really encouraging performance. And by playing a balanced mentality, it just seems like with the really great attacking ability that we've got and the goals that we've got in the team, by playing a balanced mentality, it just means we've been a little bit more secure at the back. And it really seems to have changed our season around after, as I say, 4 defeats on the bounce. Things were looking very, very ropey. But just by making that change and a couple of other little tweaks in terms of how we're attacking and how we're defending, it does seem to have saved our season. So, I mean, I did do a beta save with Paris Saint-Germain. If you haven't seen that series, check it out. The Harlem effing Globetrotters. And we did the same thing there. Obviously, we had Neymar, Mbappe, Messi. We were playing an attacking or a positive mentality with them in the first season on that Paris Saint-Germain save, and it was very similar that we couldn't get consistent performances going. The moment we changed to a balanced mentality on that save and just gave a little bit more focus to the rest of the team rather than just those attacking players, the front 3, and we had Di Maria playing as a number 10. The moment that we just changed the mentality to help out the rest of the team a little bit, we just started to dominate, and we were actually very successful over the 2 seasons of that beta save. We did make a Champions League final, so check out that if you haven't already. But yeah, so we've kind of done the same thing here, and obviously it's not Messi, Mbappe and Neymar, but it is Brady, Mavididi, Kakiao, Evans, Johnson, and in championship terms they are very, very potent, and just allowing the rest of the team to kind of shore up the other end of the field, it seems to have really helped. So we dominated Huddersfield, but really should have won it. We then completely dominated Sheffield Wednesday. Absolutely delighted with this game here, and you can see Ibsen Toledo came in as we rested Harry Brady, scored 2 goals. Also, we got goals from Kakiao and Anthony Johnson, who is right back on form. He has made that right wing position his own. It was just a great performance, probably the best performance of the season here. You can see the result did not flatter us, and then playing Middlesbrough, who I was expecting to be a title contender this season. I was really worried about their attacking talent. They've got some really good players, but again, we just completely played them off the field. No goal here from Harry Brady coming back into the team, but we did get goals from Josh Kennedy and is it Callum Parkin? I think it's Callum Parkin. Yeah, so a comfortable 2-0 win, a really good performance, and things really just starting to pick up. We then played in the Papa John's Trophy away at Cambridge United, a local derby, but they are 22nd in League Two, and you can see it took a penalty shootout for us to get a couple of points out of this game. We did finish top of our group in the Papa John's Trophy. Cambridge finished second, actually through this point that they earned in this game. But we did completely dominate. It should have been a much easier win than it was. They got a late equaliser to take it to penalties. Dylan Jones had been out injured. He actually came back in here just to get his fitness back up. Yeah, it was a good performance from him and nice for him to get minutes. But you can see we had Evans came back in, Toledo came back in, Harry Wilson got a rare start on the left-hand side there. We actually changed him to a number 10. And Preetz is also back from injury. Cedric Preetz getting the goal here, a really good performance, and Nolan also getting 90 minutes, as did our young goalkeeper Victor Arnaud, the young Frenchman who we hope will replace Sinisalo. You can see he's developing very nicely, has now played a couple of first team games in the Papa Johns, so hopefully he will continue to improve. And then in our last game, we went away to Portsmouth in the Championship and we just destroyed them. Absolutely phenomenal here. We did give up 17 shots, but only 5 on target and only a 1.2 xG for Portsmouth. But we had a 2.5 xG and scored 5. Let's have a look at the goals here, because it was an exceptional performance. And another 2 goals for Anthony Johnson, and 2 more for Mavididi. We'll talk about those 2 in a moment, but let's take a look at the goals in this game first. We started the game absolutely brilliantly. Brady finding Anthony Johnson, a great early start in the 10th minute, and it was then 2-0 when Igor Luiz found Mavididi, who tapped in on the rebound. He's just having a phenomenal first season. They got themselves back into it when a Burrows cross was backheeled into his own net by Nolan, but that didn't last long. Johnson finding Kakiao across to the back post, and Mavididi heads in his second of the game. It was then 2 for Anthony Johnson. Here Preetz putting him through, Johnson with those striker's instincts coming off the right wing. And then right at the end, it was Kakiao crossing one in, and it was Edwards forcing an error from the goalkeeper. Harry Brady taps in. Harry Brady, he's been a little bit hit and miss in recent weeks, but I'm hoping that goal will really set off last season's Championship top scorer in this important December run that we're going to have. So Harry Brady now 8 league goals for the season. Let's have a little chat about Anthony Johnson, the AFC Rushden Diamonds record signing. 7 in 14 in the Championship this season. Having a great old time of it. He's displaced Jack Evans as the right wing option. Really pleased with his performances of late. And Sean Mavididi, his first season for us. 5 goals and 6 assists in 12 league games from that left wing position. Excellent stuff from the Congolese international. So our attackers look great. Ibsen Toledo is our top scorer, and obviously we've got him coming off the bench. He didn't get an appearance in this game, but yeah, he's been really pleasing as well. Losing a little bit of ability at the moment, but hopefully that will turn around and he will start fulfilling his potential. He's just been absolutely great. You can see he's only the top scorer. He's got 11 in 14. Only the top scorer because really of all the goals he's scored in the Papa John's trophy. But really pleasing to have him as the backup striker. And yeah, just a great performance here. Preetz kept his place in the side because Parkin was had a little injury for this one, so Preetz kept his place in the side and performed really well, and that just takes us into this really tough run. We've got Bristol City and Norwich now, following that up with Leicester, who have just come down from the Premier League at the start of December. West Brom at home will be tough, Blackburn away will be tough, QPR at home, and then we start January with Fulham at home, Norwich away, Reading at home. That is a really big run, and what I'm hoping is that we can get 2 good results here against Bristol City and against Norwich to just kind of seal ourselves in there as one of the top teams in the Championship. And I thought we were going straight into the game there, but it's just rolling time on. Okay, well, Fulham are dominating the Championship. They are far and away the best side. Obviously, they are another one of the teams relegated from the Premier League last season. They have just a different amount of quality to anyone else in the division. Brighton, who also came down, are second, of course, but we are pushing them. I'm really hoping. Brighton have dropped a few points of late. I'm really hoping that we can maybe get some good results here through December, which is probably going to be our toughest run of the season, and really set ourselves up in February. I feel like because we've got such a tough December and January, February on, I think we could possibly do some really, really good stuff in the league. I think if we come through December and January well, I would make us maybe amongst the favourites to get that second automatic spot. Right, well, let's do this then. It's Bristol City, 5th place in the league. They lost their last game and had 2 sendings off. So in theory, they are a little bit weakened for this one. They have also had less recovery time than us. And if that is their starting lineup, I am very, very surprised. I don't know why they would be missing Chukwuemeka, the Tottenham loanee, who has been absolutely fantastic for them, and is amongst the top scorers in the league. Who is Walter Bonta? I tell you what, he doesn't look half bad either, does he, the Argentine? He's got 6 in 9 in the league, so he's not a bad replacement for Chukwuemeka, is he? That is not a downgrade at all. So, yeah, Bristol City are still going to be really tough, but we do have the advantage of them having a couple of suspensions and maybe just a couple of players that are a bit more tired than we are. We are starting with Sanislo in goal, Igor Louise at right back, Dylan Jones at left back. I hope Dylan Jones doesn't pick up a booking and doesn't have to miss the Norwich game. I would hate to be without him for that. Apaya and Weeks are having an absolutely fantastic season at centre-back. 7.43 and 7.31 ratings respectively. They've been absolutely dominant, even though we have conceded a lot of goals up until we made those tactical tweaks. Alex Baker, and I'm going to stick with Preetz in the midfield. I just really like what Cedric Preetz gives us here in terms of, I mean, physically, he's just fantastic. 6'4", 13 stone, 12 pounds. He's almost 14 stone, 14 strength. He's fast. He's got brilliant jumping reach, great natural fitness to be that box-to-box midfielder. Mentally, he's great, brilliant decisions. He plays really great passes, but he's also on the defensive side of things, great at marking, brilliant at tackling, and you can see he's having a great season so far. The only thing he really lacks as a midfielder is a little bit that first touch, but yeah, I think he deserves to keep his place, and just being away here against such a dangerous attacking team, I'm going to stick with his defensive characteristics. Anthony Johnson on the right, Kakiao and Mavididi, they've been playing really well the last few games. They could probably do with a little bit of a rest, but I'm going to start with this just being so important. And Toledo is going to start up front. That is because Harry Brady is lacking a little bit of fitness. I want to have him for the Norwich game, so I'm going to keep him there on the bench and only bring him on if it's really necessary. The rest of the bench, Brian Nolan, Ellis Chapman, who can play left back or left wing or central midfield, Moreno and Callum Parkin as well. He's been having a really good season. Probably a little bit unlucky to miss out. I thought I'd clicked on him there. Probably a little bit unlucky to miss out today, but again, I just want to go with Preetz's defensive instincts. But you can see 4 goals and 2 assists in 14 league games. He's having a really good season. Callum Parkin has been a really great signing, a big improvement on what we had. Jack Evans, who's been inconsistent so far this season. I really hope he can find his form of last season. Josh Kennedy, who has been absolutely great, 7 assists and 2 goals so far this season. He is the top assister in the team, although 3 of those assists have come in the Papa John's Trophy. But with his pace and his crossing ability, he's a good option off the bench. And yeah, I think that looks like a pretty decent team. Yeah, I would like Harry Brady to be starting, but yeah, I am going to just watch his fitness a little bit. And I think Ibsen Toledo, he's really not let us down when he's been given the opportunities this season. So let's see how things go. This could be a little bit of a shootout. I think ourselves and Bristol City, we've both got such good attacking players. But I'm going to put faith in the players that we've got and the team that we're putting out today. Yeah, go on. If we carry on from the last performance, we'll do well. Nobody reacts. Thank you for that suggestion, Ollie Gunner. But we are able to get the players motivated for this game. Only Cedric Preet's not really reacting. So you can see we are now on this balanced mentality. I'm going to, as always, just set Johnson up to follow their left back and Mavididi to follow their right back. We should be really confident. We've had a good recent run of form. We really want to keep that going. And again, against one of our promotion rivals, if we want to, I really think we can make playoffs, but if we want to be challenging for that second automatic spot, we have to get good results against our immediate rivals here. And Sanisalo takes that corner well. Can we get a counter-attack here? I mean, we've taken so long about getting rid of the ball. It's not really a counter-attack, but there, Preetz finds Anthony Johnson, and Johnson has missed a sitter. That is a huge chance for a player who's been on fantastic form this season. Disappointing to see him miss that. And again, against these direct rivals for the promotion playoff spots, we have to take that kind of opportunity. And there's another one that's been missed by Kakiao. Two great early chances, and we've dominated the early exchanges, but now they get a highlight, and I really hope we're not punished for missing those chances, and we absolutely are. Oh dear. Bate, saved by Sanisalo. That's a brilliant save. I don't know if it's something about a recent update, but I'm seeing so many penalties saved at the moment, and we head away the corner, and we have perhaps got a little bit out of jail there, but let's not complain. Let's now try and make the most of that opportunity we've been given. Toledo finds Johnson again, and Anthony Johnson does now score. And Anthony Johnson just coming inside off that right wing is looking absolutely superb. I think Harry Brady scoring less so far this season is a lot to do with Anthony Johnson finding those strikers' positions from the right wing. And a brilliant setup from Toledo. And you have to say we probably deserve it. We've had a really good start. And I'm going to praise the players. Can we build on this now? What I would like to do is be able to rest some players before Norwich. I mean, Jones and Kakia are already pretty tired. Mavididi as well. But now Bristol City are now starting to really get into it, aren't they? They've now had more shots than us and a lot more on target. Can we do something here as we play out from the back? And we've given it away. That's really disappointing from Weeks, and they hit the woodwork, and we're still insisting on trying to play out even under those circumstances, and they might get another chance here. Are we going to see the corner? We are. Let's hope we can deal with this. That was really, really poor. Let's give credit to the players for trying to play out from the back, but they really put themselves under pressure there. Nottingham Forest currently going second in the table, and they actually have a game in hand on us as well. Forest obviously just coming up from League One, and they have been having a great season, just as Birmingham did last season. I'm going to tell the players not to be complacent here. Apaya is not happy with me, but I think that's absolutely the right message to give the players. We've let Bristol City really get on top in this game since we took the lead, and we've got to try and sort this out now. I'm not sure what I can really tweak. I mean, they are so dangerous with the attacking players that they've got. And now Mavididi on the ball, but it goes all the way back to Weeks in the defence, and I don't want to see us mess up playing out from the back again. Toledo on the break, and he finds Toledo there. Baker to Toledo, and it's 2-0. Ibsen Toledo does it again, and we are now starting to look a little bit more confident. Sorry, I should have watched the replay there. I apologise. That's again just my normal mode. I'm going to make changes here. Kakiao and Mavididi really tired. I want them to be really on it for Norwich, and Bate puts one over the bar. Yeah, let's make some changes. and it goes out. Johnson picks it up. Baker, Preets, Kakiao playing it around nicely in midfield, but Johnson loses it. And now Bristol City are going to get another chance. I really don't want it to go 2-1 here. Can we keep a hold of it this time? Kakiao goes through. Can he make it 3? Can. We have been clinical today, you have to say. There is an argument that Bristol City have been the better side, but we have been absolutely clinical, and that is a really nice little move. Toledo just dropping in there to create that space for Kakiao. He has been superb today, Ibsen Toledo, and he's another one of the strikers that we've got that's probably a little bit unfortunate that we've got Harry Brady. We obviously do give Harry Brady priority. Let's make some changes here. You know what? I'm going to bring Callum Parkin in the number 10 role rather than changing the formation. I'm going to bring Ellis Chapman in at left back. He's more a wing back, but I mean, he hasn't performed badly when I've played in there, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I am going to bring off Mavididi for Josh Kennedy. Or do I bring Harry Brady in? Or do I just rest Harry Brady completely? I think it makes more sense to just rest Harry Brady, doesn't it? I won't risk him. Let's have him 100% for Norwich. Hopefully the fact I've made all my changes in one go there is not going to cause us problems in the last half hour of the game. But yeah, I mean, we've had a better XG, even if they've had a lot more shots on target. But we've just been absolutely clinical with the chances we've had. Really, really good performance. We've been able to rest some key players ahead of Norwich, and it couldn't have really gone any better. And our great form continues with this new mentality that we've got. Parkin finding Johnson, and it's 4-0. Anthony Johnson again. 10 for the season now for him. He's having a brilliant second season and not even playing in his favoured position. Now 8 league goals for him, and it was a great assist from Parkin. Lovely run to break the lines there, and we are 4-0 up. What can you say? It just couldn't be any better. I thought this was going to be a really, really tough game, but maybe the players they're missing. I see Chukwuemeka is now on the field for Bristol City. I have no idea why he didn't start. Maybe he was a little bit unfit. But yeah, he's got on the field, but it's far too late for Bristol City. They are not going to get anything out of this today. We are going to take the 3 points. And we've done really well the second half, you have to say, as Toledo nearly gets in there. Hazard with the ball. Can they get a consolation goal? They might do. Here comes Chukwuemeka. And again, the man I really wanted in our team. Can't do anything there. We get it away, but they still have the possession. They'll still be looking for that consolation goal. And they might get it here with Stedman. They have done. And I guess I just want to shut up shop now. Let's make a couple of changes. Yeah, I'm still playing expressive football. Yeah, a little bit naive there, perhaps. Just drop the line back there. Just make a couple of changes, and yeah, maybe that's a little bit poor, but a little bit poor not to get the clean sheet and the clean sheet bonuses for the players. But Stedman has got them a goal back, but there's no way they're going to get another 3 in the last few minutes of this game. And you see Norwich are 4-0 down at home. They're on a really poor run. I think we're playing them just at the right time as well. And that is another really good win to set us up for the next game. I'm going to go straight into it. I'm not going to do a two-parter. I'm going to do it all in one episode here. So I will now see you back for the Norwich game. Let's just praise the players with another really good performance. I'm going to praise Ibsen Toledo, and I'm going to give Anthony Johnson some special praise as well. And yeah, let's go straight on to Norwich at home. Let's see if we can make it 6 points out of 6. And like I say, going into that heavy December-January period, really cement our place at the top of the playoff and promotion picture, and hopefully get through that tough period with a really, really good chance of that second automatic spot. Let's see how Norwich goes. Here we go then. It's Norwich at home. They are on a rough old run, Norwich. They are 11th in the table. They have slipped right down, and we are second on goal difference, courtesy of that fourth goal against Bristol City. We've set ourselves up really, really nicely, as I say, for this little run in December, which is going to be so tough. And Norwich, they are having a tough time of it. They've lost their last two, but they've lost, what, 4 of their last 7? Only 2 wins in that time. Actually, one of those was in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle, so maybe you can't count that too much. But yeah, there are not too many green balls around here, are there? So I think we've got to kind of fancy ourselves. Now we do have one problem for today. Mario Cacchiao is out injured. He's got a pulled calf muscle. He's going to have 3 weeks on the sidelines. He was on such good form of late. That is really, really tough for us. Yeah, we're going to, I mean, just at the wrong time, isn't it? Just as we go through into December. So that is really, really tough. But yeah, we're going to have to deal with it. And I guess we've got a lot of interest in Mario Cacchiao. Sorry, the under-18s, by the way, doing not bad at all in their under-18 division, even though they have just lost there to Stevenage. But yeah, looking pretty good, the under-18s, which is nice to see. Yeah, so Callum Parkin is going to come in today, and that is right at the wrong time. Mario Cacchiao being such an important player. But as I was saying, he's got interest in him from Birmingham of the Premier League. I'm expecting a bid to come in for him in January. So do you know what? I've missed out on the team meeting again, and I don't think I can get back to it. That is a shame. Yeah, I'm expecting a bid for Mario Cacchiao from Birmingham in the January transfer window. Obviously, if it's absolutely incredible, we might have to accept it, or you never know, it might get taken out of our hands by the board. So this is a little bit of an opportunity to see how life without Mario might be. And we're going to do it this way. Sanisalo is in goal. Igor Luiz and Dylan Jones are the fullbacks. Appiah and Weeks at centre-back. Alex Baker and Preetz is going to keep his place in midfield. Some players getting a little bit tired, but they've got a long rest. They've got a week's rest after this game. Johnson will carry on the right. Parkin is going to come into the number 10 role. Mavadidi and Harry Brady comes back in. Even though Ibsen Toledo has been absolutely fantastic, I am going to give Harry Brady the nod. So that is how we'll start out. And yeah, I guess we need to try and take advantage of this poor run that Norwich are on. The fact that they've slipped well into mid-table, it shows that they are more than beatable. They came down from the Premier League 2 seasons ago now, and they were my favourites to go straight back up last season. They obviously didn't manage to do that. I think did they miss out on the playoffs, right, on the last couple of games? So I think if we can get the points here, carry on our good run. We are 6 unbeaten now, 5 wins and a draw, which has obviously got us up into that second place. If we can get a win here, I mean, that really does put us in a strong position as we go into those December fixture lists. So yeah, a bit of pressure on us. Norwich are playing a 4-4-2. Which is also, and you know, I'm messing up my marking here. 4-4-2 is what Nottingham Forest are playing, and obviously they beat us here at home a few games back, and they are going very well in the league. So I'm hoping we're not going to be too vulnerable against a 4-4-2 again. I'm hoping we can carry on our good form, and with this new balanced mentality, if we can just keep things going, keep looking good, and take our chances. So the first 15 minutes, not a lot happening here. A very, very even game. They have had much more possession than us, though. But the first highlight, we have the possession. Preetz into Parkin. Parkin finds Brady, and that is a good save, and that's a really good chance for Harry Brady. I really want him to really find his form now. And Nottingham Forest, are going second as they go 1-0 up. Harry Brady forces, no, it wasn't another save, it was over the bar. So a couple of decent opportunities missed by Harry Brady early on. And again, like the Bristol City game, we've got to hope that that doesn't come back to haunt us and that we can take the next ones that come along. And we have done, as Anthony Johnson scores again. What a season the Nigerian is having. Absolutely superb. The ex-AC Milan man, we've given him another opportunity to get himself into a top league, and he is absolutely taking it with both hands here. Brilliant stuff from Anthony Johnson. He actually wants a new contract at the moment. That is going to be, he's got 3 years left on his contract, but he does want a new one. I've no idea how much he's going to ask for, but I'm hoping again that doesn't result in having an unhappy player through the second half of the season, as Jamie Weeks gives away a ridiculous penalty. That is horrendous. And we concede a penalty yet again, and it's 1-1 here, as it is in the Nottingham Forest game. Nottingham Forest actually just beat Fulham 3-1 away from home, so their tails are absolutely up right now. We really need, if Nottingham Forest do drop points here, we really have to take advantage. But yeah, don't be fooled by Norwich being in mid-table. They are a very, very strong side. They have got very, very good players. I was really surprised they had such a poor season last season, but right now they are on top in this game. They've got their goal, they've got their tails up, and they have possession of the ball here. As we approach half-time, I do not want to concede a late goal right on the stroke of half-time here. Can we get hold of it and maybe finish with a counter-attack of our own? We win it there, but it is in, and Sanisalo has to make another save from that long-range shot. Can we defend the corner just to finish off the first half? It's floated in, it's away, but only as far as Pagano, and they are going to get another opportunity here. No, the highlight runs out, and we have made it to half-time. Let's be grateful for small mercies. I am actually going to tell the players that I'm disappointed. I agree with Ollie Gunner there, and the players have reacted well to that. I'm not going to change anything right now, but we have certainly got to pick our level up. And I think Ibsen Toledo coming off the bench might be a distinct possibility if Harry Brady can't have more impact here. And he does get Mavididi in there, but Mavididi couldn't get away. Preets to Baker. Baker finds Igor Luiz. Johnson, can he get a cross in? He can. And Harry Brady with an awful header. That is really, really poor. And Ibsen Toledo's introduction is looking more and more likely as we go on. Preet's really tired as we get to the hour. And Norwich are on top here now. And yeah, I have definitely got to make changes. Let's hope this highlight is not going to end up in a Norwich goal. That would be really disappointing after the last couple of games we've had away from home. Headed over, and let's make some changes here. And sorry, Harry Brady, I absolutely love you, but we cannot continue like this. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in Jack Evans, and I'll make Jack Evans the number 10. What position can he play there? I think I'm going to play him. Do I play him as a shadow striker? I'm going to play him as the shadow striker and park in as the box-to-box midfielder. And I am going to bring off Harry Brady, and we're going to get Ibsen Toledo in there. And we're going to see if the 4-man can come up with something here. Do you know what? I wanted to get stuck in as well. So both players coming off the bench are well motivated. Let's just play to get stuck in here as the game goes on, and I'm going to start pressing a little bit more. Let's see if we can turn this around, because we have not been good enough. Norwich definitely the better side, and I'm going to demand more from the players. And they don't react well, and Norwich have another highlight. Well won by Baker, but they've still got it, and they will get the ball in. No, parking intercepts. That's brilliant. Toledo finds Johnson. Can he find a man? He can. Baker finds Toledo, and he's had it stolen off his toes, but it's come back to him, and he's missed a sitter. Ibsen Toledo, that was the chance, wasn't it? That was absolutely the chance we've been waiting for. And this game looks like time is going to run out on us. Norwich have just equalised to draw 2-2 with Swansea. And that's a disappointing way to end that game. I really felt like we could have got ourselves in a really good position there. I'm going to say I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm going to go along with that. Harry Brady has been very inconsistent, and that is worrying. I'm hoping he can now have a strong December and really find his form of last season. We absolutely need it. We can't have too many more games like this. We need to get points against the other top teams. But there you go. Not bad. 4 points from 6 today. We are still second in the table, which is obviously great. I think we will be back. The next episode will be at the start of January when we take on Fulham at home and Nottingham Forest away. Those are going to be two huge games. Hopefully we'll have had a good December by the time we get to those matches, and we can carry on this promotion push that we're having. As always, if you're enjoying it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again very soon for another episode of Dog Turds into Diamonds.